Peter Holt,
That was beautiful.
being on the front lines is nothing new.
There you go. I love our rebounding right now. We're out rebounding now. That's great.
The battles now are for NBA championships. The stakes used to be much higher.
And then these are 3 Bronze Stars.
To receive just one of these medals for bravery is a tremendous honor. Peter Holt earned 5. He was only 19 when he signed up for the Army and was sent into the jungles of Vietnam.
When all of a sudden you're out there trying to stay alive every day.
Which was especially tough in May of '67. Holt was given the Bronze Star and Purple Heart after he and 2 soldiers attempted to rescue men in a burning tank. They were caught in crossfire.
The other 2 guys I was with got hit, and I did also. They were both killed, and then I ended up having to stay out there all night. I kind of got trapped between the 2 fighting. I'd gotten shot in the neck. The bullet went in here. You can still see the scar. And I took the shirt off and stuffed it in the holes and then wrapped it around my neck. And it seemed to stop the bleeding. So I just laid out there all night with these 2 bodies kind of over me, hoping not to get killed. I know I didn't think I was going to make it. People said, did you pray to stay alive? And I'm sure I did, because I did a lot of praying in Vietnam. But I mean, I just kind of remember just kind of laying there.
Holt returned to duty, where he won 2 more Bronze Stars. Then came Tay Nguyen.
We were attacked from all sides. The noise level went from walking along, like think about taking a walk, to you couldn't hear yourself think.
Holt was sweeping a village looking for guns when his unit was ambushed. Holt ran through heavy enemy fire to rescue wounded soldiers.
We ended up getting trapped, and a bunch of people got killed in our group. And so what I had to try to do then was, 1, rescue some that were wounded in front of me, and then we also had to get out of there. And then what I did was essentially kind of laid down the fire from a machine gun that I was able to get on to allow the others to withdraw.
For that, Holt was given the Silver Star, one of the Army's highest awards for valor.
Do you think of yourself as a hero?
No.
But true heroes never do.
For me, it was a natural reaction, and so that's what was interesting about observing human nature. For others, that wouldn't necessarily be a natural reaction, and I'm not judging anybody, but others would go the opposite way. For me, if somebody was in trouble, I tried to help them.
How did you overcome that fear?
Oh, you didn't know what was coming. I was scared to death the whole time. But how do you deal with it, I think maybe is a better way to put it. You know, I really was scared the whole time. Okay, I was 19 years old. I mean, I didn't know what the hell I was doing out there, and it was scary. It was scary all the time. And what I did is then I translated that fear into trying to do the best that I could do to stay alive and help others stay alive. And so I kind of ran on that fear. My experience in Vietnam has helped me deal with every issue of my life, positive or negative. And that's what it took me a long time to understand. It certainly made me understand one thing, that you have to depend on others to try to accomplish anything.
It's an understanding, Holt says, that many younger Americans don't have.
I'm truly a believer that everybody should serve in the military. I know I make a lot of young guys unhappy about that, and ladies. I just think if you had a universal draft and everybody served 2 years, it'd do so much for this country. 1, it strengthens your military, but 2, it would allow us to interact. And right now, one of the worries that I have, for example, is there's so many people now. The Vietnam War, I guess, was the last clash, and then we had the Desert Storm, but there were very few people involved, very short. Is that there's probably not a great understanding of how important the military is to the freedom that we have in this society. And I get worried about that.
Holt came back from Vietnam, went to college, and eventually joined his family's business of Holt Enterprises. He built the business up and is now a multimillionaire. In 1996, he bought into the San Antonio Spurs and became chairman. In 3 years, he built a championship team.
The San Antonio Spurs have won their first NBA championship.
The basketball team he has built as owner reflects what was seared into him in Vietnam, that character is important. It's a value David Robinson brings from the Naval Academy and Coach Greg Popovich from the Air Force Academy.
And so there seems to be a military thread that runs through our organization. Yes, I think we're traditionalists. We believe in certain values. We want to win with the good guys, and that's what we want to do, and we believe that's possible, and I think we've been able to prove it over the last few years.